Hello and what's up? I am back. Didn't get to film a little bit, I'll probably only be filming about Tuesdays and hopefully uploading them about the same time, maybe Thursdays. A little bit, based on schedule, but we'll be able to fit it in. Anyway, but I'm coming at you today with, a new topic, and it's kind of a discussion. I kind of want to see what you guys think, maybe some of you more, even slightly more competitive players, what you guys think, But this is more for just kind of coming up with ideas for, new players or budget players. So really it's decks, that are okay, you can take them to a small competition or a really casual kind of event and do pretty good, they're kind of, and they're just fun decks that are not that expensive. I kind of went around the internet, because mostly what I do is I buy decks out of the box, throw a few cards in, play that, take cards out, So I really shouldn't, but I don't really take them anywhere. I'm building 2 decks right now, and they're both costing me a little bit of a fortune. So we're getting there. Because I am a very big budget player. I currently don't have a job yet. I'm waiting until school gets out, so I have a little more time, because we're very busy. So I'm working on that. But without further ado, though, forget about me. Let's just get to this. So with budget decks, they're decks that are cheap, or don't cost as much to make and have them work. So I looked around, scoured the internet, did all that. So I came prepared. So we'll just I'm just gonna put some ideas out there based on what I found, but maybe you guys in the comments will have found one that's even better than these and is on this. I've tried one of these decks, 2 of them I've just kind of really looked at and kind of watched, but so it gives me a little, I'm not as familiar, but they're just ideas. Again, I'm working on improving how I do things, so bear with me on that. So the first one up I have is the Super Heavy Samurais, which are very interesting. Actually, I have a few cards, from boosters, and then I've read them, and they're big effects. I'll tell you that. But I went online and was looking around. So what they focus on doing is they work in defense position. It's a monster-based deck. They really work on the monsters helping each other out. Some act like equips, some act act as support. They special summon, get them out. Which is really good. You can swarm the field and get ready for whatever you need to. But they really rely on their defense, from what I found, instead of their attack. But they have cards that allow them to find ways around. But I mean, all these decks will have their weaknesses, and this one it's just out there. No one's really playing it, which always helps. If it's meta, as soon as it becomes meta, good luck. I'm noticing that so there we go. It's the first one. Second one, I like dinosaurs, so I had to include this. Dino Mist. I have not played this one at all. I have never had any of these cards. But they're pendulum based, so they're a little newer. Well, all these really are new except for the last one. But they're really kind of new with the pendulum, and like most pendulum decks, they swarm the field. They really focus on you get these cards on the field or in the pendulum zones to activate their pendulum effect. But however, you get them where they need to be in monster card zone and stuff like that to go out for an assault or to strengthen defenses, and they all have effects that really protect for the pendulums. They all have a bunch of pendulum effects that protect the monsters on the field, and that's really useful. Because a lot of people are going for the monster cards and stuff. So if you could kind of protect them, that's great. But then they're not really protected as pendulums themselves. So it's because if they protected everything, they'd either they'd be too powerful and they'd be expensive because of meta, or just that, or because everyone would use them because they're pretty much immune to everything, or even worse, they could be banned because they're too good. But we'll just see how that works. Then my last one, this one's probably my favorite on the list. I've tried this one. I enjoyed it. I thought about building it. I was going to, but I thought about doing the 2 that I'm doing now. And I really decided those ones were a little better for what I wanted to do. Because I'm moving into the competitive. What do my locals guys call it? Kitchen counter tabletop duelists, or kitchen countertop duelists. They're the ones, they buy cards, kind of assemble a deck that's kind of good, you know, but they just do it at home a lot. You know, sometimes they have good decks, you know, that they've kind of just acquired the cards. And so I'm kind of one of those. I had some really good cards in the past, you know, and they would always beat my dad, my best friend. And we were playing on the table, on the floor, you know, and so it's kind of that term refers to them as the people moving into competitive, and this is for budget players moving into competitive or just straight up budget casuals. But this is more competitive. Like, not meta, but low tier, kind of. Go have some fun, try it out. Last one is Blackwings. They lost a card, I think, to the ban list, if I remember. That might have been a little bit, it might have changed. But they are really solid for the most part. They're a non-pendulum swarmer. They get as many of their own cards as they can on the field. Massive synchro summons. They got some newer support recently, or it was semi-recently, with like the Assault Blackwings. I don't remember when that was. Please bear with me. But those ones are really good, and so it kind of just works on, you know, yeah, the swarming. They have a few cards to protect. They have a few traps, you know, tribute and destroy and stuff like that. So it's kind of an all-around deck, but it's a lot of monsters because you want to get them out. All these decks have their positives and their negatives. You know, their pros, cons, strengths, weaknesses. So like with a Blackwing, if you negate a special summon, you're pretty much kind of out of moves unless you have another one up your sleeve. So it's kind of, you know, like that. Probably the Dino Mist, you stop their pendulum effects. The monsters are unprotected out there. There's nothing to stop your opponent from what they want to do. So, you know, but these are good decks. You know, they're really kind of inexpensive. Their extra deck doesn't cost too much, you know, and it depends on what you want to do too. Because Blackwings have there's a bit of more expensive run, and then there's the really cheap, casual, you know, I'm just going to go try them out, which I actually would do. You know, I tried out, you know, the decks in their simplest form, and then I'm moving up into which one's going to cost me more. So, that's just some ideas. And if you're a budget player, you don't need to, as much as everybody else does, at the time, unless, you know, you can get money later, don't max out your rarities, you don't need to. It looks intimidating, but everyone else is doing it, you know? So, but, you know, there you have it. You know, please bear with me. I'm working on, you know, the camera, I'm working on lighting, I'm trying to find everything that's good. I'm working on, you know, as I move into the more competitive, I'm getting a little more knowledgeable about the game. I'm not really a kitchen counter, tabletop, whatever, duelist. You know, I'm trying to jump into the fire. I found a really good locals to really start going to, and you know, I'm kind of learning, and especially for your new duelists, this is a way for you to learn with me. You know, and for you old guys, maybe help me. You know, say, oh, you know, you should have thought of this, or hey, try this. You know, and please also discussion. I think on YouTube, I'm still learning this stuff too. Please, like, do something. Maybe I have to start it, but give me ideas, please. You know, and help me too. You know, maybe your experienced players, help me out. Just try to help the community grow, because you know, because I'm using YouTube to relay information, things I learned, things I can do, and try and give you guys ideas. So I know this video is running a little bit long. So I guess I should stop talking. I like to talk a lot, if you haven't noticed. So, thank you. Hit like and make sure to subscribe for more content. I'm really going to start working in on getting more filming done and more posting done. So as soon as I can, I'll get right on it. So, and please, again, help me with more ideas. You know, I'm checking other YouTube channels. I'm kind of looking, hey, maybe, you know, I could try that too. But as I'm growing, I'll be able to do that. So until then, thank you and goodbye.